Vandy at Tennessee has the state of Tennessee in shambles right now. I am coming to you from Nashville, Tennessee, and I can tell you this entire state is shook. You got Thanksgiving Thursday, and then you've got, and say this slowly, the University of Tennessee hosting Vanderbilt in Knoxville playing spoiler? Am I reading that right? Yes. Yes. That's the case. We got a potential playoff implication on this game. There's no guarantee Vandy makes it in if they win. If they lose, there's a guarantee they're not going to be in. We got Diego Pavia resurrecting the Heisman campaign. He threw for like half a mile last week. And it's all going to take place in Neyland Stadium. It's unbelievable. Tennessee is a short 2.5-point favorite here. The total in this game, 65.5. Is 35 going to be enough to win for either team? What do you think the winning team's going to have? Okay, so I should ask it this way. What point total will the losing team have? Add 1 to that, and that's how many points the winning team will need. Good math. We checked it with Stats and Info. So what's the number? Is it 36? Is it 31? Is it 46? What number do you think is necessary to win this game? I think it's like 38 or something like that. Diego Pavia is facing the number 111 pass defense. Joey Aguilar is facing the number 113 pass defense. Pavia, against Texas, Auburn, and Kentucky, averaged 408 passing yards, 70 rushing yards, put up a 15-1 touchdown to INT ratio. Joey Aguilar, 5 games of 3+ passing touchdowns. Problem is he's got 4 games of 2+ interceptions, which means Joey Aguilar's profile is about what you would have expected if you watched his career to this point. That's what he's been this year for Tennessee. The Tennessee defense versus running quarterbacks is what I'm really focused on here. I watched him against Taylon Green in Arkansas. Taylon Green gave him some trouble. He didn't rip him, but 17 carries for 63 yards and a touchdown. John Mateer carried it 16 times for 80 yards and a touchdown. And just consider this spot. Consider this moment. This is one of the biggest games in Vanderbilt history. Diego Pavia is not going on to play 15 years in the league. Okay, Diego Pavia is a college football iconic name. And we'll talk about him for a long time, but you're going to be talking about him because of what he did in college. And I think we all understand that, which means you need to appreciate games like this. You don't have him much longer, at least we don't think. This could be a legacy game loading for Diego Pavia. Hey, wait just a second. Appreciate you guys watching. Most of you are subscribed. If you're not, please do so. It's free. It helps us keep the show free, and that's how we do college football year-round. All right, back to the video. What is needed to win? And if he caps this season by going in Neyland and winning, I think there's a world where if Vandy wins and they don't make the playoff, but like Diego Pavia has a big game, there are sympathy Heisman votes that go his way. Not that he will require sympathy, but could you not see that? Could you not see a lot of these Heisman voters watching him go off, and maybe there's no clear-cut Heisman favorite. Vandy gets locked out of the playoffs even though they're 10-2, maybe the only shot that program will ever have at the playoff. I could see a lot of voters saying, well, you know what, if they can't make the playoff, I'm at least voting for Diego Pavia for Heisman. Could easily happen. Give me third down as the padlock stat in this game. Both of them are top 12 offensively in third down. Both defenses are bottom half of the country in third down. Both of them are very comparable in turnover margin. Both of them are very comparable in penalties. And that's why the number is what it is. Tennessee is essentially favored by home field. I mean, maybe a half point additional here and there, but it's basically a pick 'em on a neutral field. And here we go. We tee it up Saturday, 3:30 Eastern on ESPN. The model, what does it think? FanDuel's got Tennessee minus 2.5. The model agrees. Very tight line here. Model's got Tennessee minus 3. I feel magic this week. I think Vandy's going to go in there and get the win. And I think they're going to make it very hard on the playoff committee. And I don't feel sorry for those people. But Vandy, maybe they get locked out. And I was looking at the playoff predictor. It was like a 50% shot, I think, if they win, that they make the playoff. But here's what you do. You make them tell you no. You go until they say, sorry, we don't have room for you. And then you let your league commissioner fight for you, and you let Clark Lee be devastated and have the press conference, but make them tell you no. Because you know what? Maybe they'll tell you yes. Maybe it'll be emphatic. You don't have to win a close game. You guys can go in there and run it up. Hard to do, I know, but you're trying to accomplish something that's hard right now. So I'm taking Vandy to win. There, I'll roll with my hometown team. The next week would be Alabama goes to Atlanta. Who are they playing? Could be playing A&M, could be playing Georgia. Either way, a ton of those folks watch our show. A ton of them would be in Atlanta. Did you know that we'll be in Atlanta that Friday night before the game? Did you know that we're having a live show that Friday night before the game? Yes, this is not rumor. This is not baseless speculation. Sources are confirming that we will have a show live at the Buckhead Theater. They're in Buckhead. Tickets are on sale now. I am being very careful with how we promote this, okay? Because we're gonna sell this thing out pretty quick. It's a pretty big theater, but we're on the verge of selling the thing out already, and I haven't said a word about this on socials yet, because I know we'll get a flood when I say something about it on social. So I'm giving our cores, our day ones, our P1s, the first shot at buying tickets, and most of you have. You can go to patestateMaterial.com if you haven't purchased already. Still got some seats left. They're not going to be there much longer, is all I can tell you. So I will end up promoting this on social, and I hope everyone who wanted to get in, who is a dedicated, loyal viewer of the live show, gets priority, because you deserve it. And that's why we're only promoting it on the show right now. But it's going to be fun. Going to have some special guests. Probably announce those next week. And we are going to have a ton of fun. It's not going to be like doing this show. It'll be a live show, but it'll be like us on stage, fully interactive. Anyone who was in Lincoln, Nebraska, when we went up there with Bussin' with the Boys, that kind of show, that's the kind of show we're going to do. It won't be broadcast anywhere. The only way to see it will be there.